Bhairava Kalike Namostute. Om Namo Bhairava Namo Namo Bhairava Sam Kalike. So good morning, and we're back on yet another video. It's going to be a short one. This is something I've been having on my mind for a very long time. So the deity as a guru, the human guru, or somebody who was in a physical form and then moved on, in the state of samadhi and has left the physical body, or as we call it, a saint, a divya purusha. What is a marker that you are eligible to invoke a divya purusha as the guru, or you would need a human guru, or you would be able to take the deity itself as a guru? So ultimately, in the beginning, every one of us, as we start sadhana, we invoke the deity as a guru, which is like, I don't have a guru, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to continuously call upon the deity itself, and the deity, after sufficient progress is made, immediately grants you the ability to take a human guru. Basically, what happens is that he reveals a guru. Like lakhs of people started doing Om Bhairavaya Namaha, and finally he began to place markers in such a way that whoever is meant to have a guru began to get diverted into different paths, and they were able to find their gurus. So basically, what the deity doing here is that initially you will have to simply walk towards the deity blindly, asking for a guru. You don't ask for. Yesterday somebody had rang me up and they spoke about he's been doing sadhana for very, very short time, like 1 or 2 months, and he's been asking the deity specifically for experiences, and the deity has been giving him small experiences in the fire by like the flower falling off the vigraha and all that, right? That will be the whole extent of his experience. First 2 to 3 years, just ask for the guru. Even if the guru doesn't show up, at least jnana will show up in one way or the other. That is what you should do. You shouldn't ask for minor experiences. Like if you're going to ask the deity, like a cosmic being like Bhairava, for small signs, he'll just play around with you and just move off, right? Then know what you ask for your God. Move on now. So the first stage of sadhana is that you blindly walking towards Bhairava, using the basic nama japa, merely invoking him for a guru. Ultimately, whoever is meant to have will have. Otherwise, you will not have. Plain and simple, you might need 12 more years of simple nama japa before you are karmically eligible to have a human guru. However, does that mean that you can actually call upon Bhairava itself as the guru? There is a difference between walking to Bhairava, expecting a guru, and walking to Bhairava and calling him as the guru. And who is the deity? The guru and the deity are different components, a triangle. Guru, that is the deity on top, the guru on this side, and the sadhaka on this side. So it's a triangle, right? Nobody else is there in it. So the first and foremost sign that you are in quest of a human guru and you will need a human guru is that you're getting your answers from somebody who is beginning to make a lot of sense to you. The problems that you're looking up in your life, that are showing up in your daily life, this seems to get answered through a physical being. This physical being is giving you guidance to navigate the designs of Brahma in such a way that you are able to beautifully manipulate that prakriti around you, and he is giving you the path towards the deity without having to incur more karma. How do you handle a boss situation? How do you handle a situation where you're in trouble with the law? How do you handle a situation wherein you are in trouble with your relatives? These are the basic answers that you ask Bhairava himself. Begin to show up through a physical mouth, a physical being around your life. He's giving answers. That is a nimitta for you. That itself is a nimitta that, yes, Bhairava says that number one, you're not yet ready to take Bhairava himself as the guru. You will have to take a physical guru. And number two, Bhairava has empowered somebody in that state. Probably 12-15 years of sadhana has given him that eligibility in that physical body itself to place Bhairava as a marker. Now, why do you need a Manasi Guru at least? In the lowest of lowest state, bare minimum, you would at least need a Manasi Guru. The reason is very simple. If you do not even have a Manasi Guru, any of the sadhana vidhis that I have given, be it for Madhya Kali, or be it for Sri Swarna Krishna Bhairava, or be it for Kanda, to any of the forms that I have given so far, one thing I have been very clear that invoke the Manasi Guru. Why? It is very simple. Just like you do prana pratishtha of the deity, which by itself is actually a formless being, a formless energy. What is Kali? She's that great darkness, right, that surrounds our planet in the night and begins to reach down into the Mrityu Loka and take control of the Mrityu Loka. She is that darkness, right? So, and our sun is merely an empowered planet that keeps us going as per our maya of our physical body. But as the sun sets, she shows you the reality every day. Every night you're seeing her, right? So, when you do the prana pratishtha of a deity into a piece of stone, similarly, your jiva also has been prana pratishthat into your body, right? As a physical being advances and goes higher and higher in his sadhana and begins to attain that tapasya to virabhava to deity state. This is a very, it can take many lifespans, or it can happen in just a few months. So as he moves from the virabhava to the state of the deity uses that physical being as a marker. The deity uses that being itself as a marker. And the reason why I tell you, if you are taking the sadhana vidhi from me, invoke the Manasi Guru is because the moment you're invoking that and then moving into the sadhana vidhi, that physical body of this being, that Guru that you're invoking has a physical form, he has a specific eyes, specific nose, specific ears, right? That being is now in the consciousness of that formless being that you all call Bhairava, who has projected himself in various forms, that formless being. He is aware of this Guru that you call Guru, right? That physical marker. So the moment you invoke and have that vision for a second also, that Adhara is given. The Adhara is given that yes, that physical being that I am aware of, who is in the path of Bhairava, who is in the path of Madhya Kali, that being is invoked by this being now. So they are all one sampradaya. They are all covered under one asana. The asana is now bound and closed. As opposed to you blindly thinking of one vigraham alone, and is any deity that has seated itself in a vigraham is only as powerful as the one who is doing the sadhana to that vigraham every day, day in and day night, for one specific pujari or for one specific sadhaka who is now walking towards that vigraham and doing the vigraham's puja every day. Only for that person that deity will sit there. So 99% of the temples that you see today where somebody is paid and somebody else comes every single day, there is a lot of money talking, there is very less bhakti talking, crowds, deities don't like these places. So similarly, once the deity has shown kripa on one specific guru, invocation of that Guru as a Manasi Guru alone can give you fastest acceleration in the path. Simply because the deity is aware of this shape, the deity is aware of this being. The deity, the moment you connect Om Bhairavaya Namaha in this specific form, that minute you are empowered into that asana and you're placed into that asana, it's a closed asana. As opposed to you blindly calling upon Bhairava and simply thinking of a famous vigraha or a famous form, the moment you place a Manasi Guru, I say Manasi Guru now because as opposed to a few thousand years back when one Guru would have 10 Shishyas. Today, where are the Gurus for 10 Shishyas? For 10 Shishyas, you cannot have one Guru. You will have for 20,000, you will have one Guru. And who is the Guru? The Guru is the one you can reach. It is not a famous person, but he has no clue that how to reach him, you don't know. Even today, even though my numbers are everywhere, groups are there, from that easily you can contact the admin, which is me. There are people who are still not able to figure out how to come into that group itself. These are all markers, these are all signs that I see the Prakriti giving me that probably the person is not meant to come into that group at all, because It is all there, everything is there, but still somebody is not able to get inside. They're still searching. Where is the group? Where is the group? In the age of social media, they're still searching. But if some of you have managed to come there, and if the guru is not reachable, the guru is not reading your messages. 99% of the messages I read, I'm reading it. Not everything requires a reply. It will come to you one way or the other. If I've read your message alone, I've seen that people get a reply. They will get it in their own consciousness, and that is the right way. The guru should not be physically answering people. Physically answering becomes a physical relationship. It should be a spiritual relationship. So many of the messages that I get, I do not reply. But I will read. The moment I read, it runs in my mind, and either it will come out as a video, or it will come 2 days later, somebody will text me and say that I got the answer. How many times it has happened? In a single day, it will happen at least 2 to 3 times. So the guru that is reachable, you should be able to physically reach out to the guru. Number one, do not blindly pull out somebody who has no clue or never tried to specifically reach out to you. The guru should be able to read, hear what you are saying. If you are having somebody who is physically alive right now in a body, they should be able to read or hear your messages. Reply does not matter. Reply will come. Why? Because a deity who is now residing in the guru, who has done specific years he has put into the space sadhana path, who is now residing in the guru, is also getting, all this is being surrendered to the deity. So that is the point of a guru. The guru is a marker in the absolute web that this Prakriti is. All the consciousness that we dump into Prakriti, all sort of nonsense that is purely physical, and then comes the spiritual part is also being dumped. The deity is merely used as the empowered yantra, physical being, the guru as a marker. The moment you attach yourself to that marker, you are also in the asana. You need not have a physical response anymore. Spiritual response will come, spiritual stability will come. You will begin to accelerate faster. This is why 99.9% of you will need to have a Manasi Guru at least. Can taking the deity alone work? It will absolutely work. However, when be it Mahavishnu, who is none other than Mahadhya, be it Sri Krishna, be it Sri Rama, whenever they took the birth into a physical body, they ensured that initially they also had a guru. At that time, of course, during Sri Krishna's time or Sri Rama's time, obviously anybody could get a guru, right? Because the times are pure. The impact of Kali has not even started. Sri Krishna ke time pe to he and all could easily find a guru. He could easily get educated in the jnanas, in the way to live life. He could easily take the prana of the guru. But now things are different. Now things are no longer like one guru will have 10 people. No way. 10,000 or 20,000 will have one guru. But initially, have a Manasic guru to whom you can at least submit your thoughts. No need of a physical response. It is the least thing you can do. Now that, like we have spoken in the last few videos, there is something called physical being and a spiritual being. A physical being is somebody who's most of the physical requirements, an exceptional husband, an exceptional wife, and a house for ourselves, a lot of money to fend for the family, kids, all these physical urges are still very much there. Such a person absolutely needs a physical guru. Now physical guru will not come out of the mobile screen just like that. Maybe if you're lucky you might, but physically your urges are very high and you will absolutely not have spectacular progress if you are invoking the deity as the guru, because the deity is a formless absolute energy. You will do better with a physical guru, even if it is just merely manasic. It need not be the guru sitting in front of you daily talking to you, because वो तो आजकल नहीं होता है. It's only the frauds that, of course, out of 10, one might be very genuine who is physically present and meeting you, but then the rest of the 9 will be absolute nonsense. So be extremely vigilant. But physical urges बहुत है. So minimum a physical manasic guru is compulsory, or else you'll go wayward and you'll get lost everywhere. Now you are majorly done with all the physicality. you're majorly spiritual, even then having a Manasi Guru, because Devi herself, him or her, it's all the same. Devi is beyond genders. Devi herself, when she comes as Sri Krishna, she ensures that she takes a Guru. However, she also gives an answer that Sri Krishna rapidly progresses and pays the Dakshina and gets out of the Gurukula. Sri Krishna then becomes a Guru of physical living itself, and he's rapid because Devi, right? How is Devi? She's rapid. What would take 20 or 30 years of dedicated sadhana, Sri Krishna was able to go through it like that, and then he orchestrates and architects the entire Kurukshetra war itself, right? So even if you are a spiritual being, have a marker, because the deity by itself does not take a avatar, cannot take an avatar just for you. It projects and puts the energy into one specific being who is actually coming out without any help. If they're rising and coming into your consciousness, continuously trying to give you a message, you're thinking something and he's answering, these are all signs. This is the Prakriti telling you that yes, the deity is using this person to communicate something to you. You need a Manasi Guru. You might, in 3 years, you might detach from the Guru, pay your respects and go higher and take the deity itself as the Guru. But initially, if you are finding and questing for answers, even though you have majorly got, if you are, so let me just summarize quickly. Physical urges are extremely high. 100% need a Manasi Guru in physical body. Otherwise, you will not be having this. You will delude yourself. Many examples. My inbox is full of that. They say that I am Bhairava, Bhairava is my Guru, or Mahadeva is my Guru. However, the problem kya hota hai ki they are talking to themselves in many ways. They are not unable to do a basic auditing of self, that what is a nimitta and what is them deluding themselves to believe something that they want to believe is the truth. This is absolutely seen in physical beings who are not yet spiritual beings, who have physical urges but are not taking. This itself is a karma subject, that you're so physically deluded that you're not even able to take or even accept that you would need a Guru. Physical urges hai, so you need worst case, and Manasi Guru you give full Shraddha. Manasi Guru is not one step below. Manasi Guru is a state in Kali Yuga wherein you cannot have a physical Guru anymore because of what is happening in Mahakumbh. Take a look. Do you see a Vasishtha there? Do you see an Agastya there? These people have all dedicated their entire physical life and they've gone and sat there. Do you see the greatest sages there? Do you see anybody who can continuously talk on subjects that will break down your understanding of what all of you have understood Mahabharata, all of you have read Ramayana, watched Ramayana, you understand, have the basics. You go to this Guru, they will just simply repeat what you already know. So you are actually more advanced than them. You who is wearing a proper societal shirt, t-shirt, walking around in society, buying milk from the shops and living a samsara life in samsara, grihastha life, you know, what you understand of Ramayana is the same thing that these so-called realized beings are understanding in Mahakumbh. That should be a putt for you. That is not what you're looking for. But if you as a physical being are able to relate to somebody who is miles and miles away, as Kali Yuga progresses, today it is maybe for one Guru for 20,000 Shishyas. One Guru for 20,000 Shishyas. 1,000 years later it might be one Guru for 20 lakh. But things are going to be even more difficult, which is why I have launched the Kali Putra mission. She herself will ensure that at least 200, 300 gurus are made in the path of Mahadya Kali, the fifth head of Brahma. You have to create the gurus. You cannot merely create Shishyas and enjoy and say that. You have to think of the future. After going to Kolkata and seeing Dakshineshwara, realize that you have to ensure that you are creating the lineages in Kali Yuga. You have to specifically form from zero. You have to wipe off the entire slate, like Bhairava cut off the fifth head and he said that now I give you completely something new. You have to do it. You have to cut it off and remove these people and create a gurus. Guru Parampara, Guru Sampradaya has to be created in Kali Yuga, because the fifth head cannot mimic the four heads. That is why he removed it. If you're calling Bhairava as the Guru, what was his first and most impactful act that he did? He removed the head. He said that, hey Brahma, this head I cannot keep with you. This will not work. So the first 5125 years of Kali Yuga is a separate Yuga altogether, and now whatever we are having is not Satya Yuga. It is actually Kali Yuga mimicking and showing itself as, see, I will give you Mahakumbh, I will give you everything. See, all temples and all I'll build. But it is Kali Yuga mimicking Satya Yuga. Be alert, be alert. Kali Yuga is so, Kali Purusha is so dangerous that it is now mimicking and fooling all the gurus and telling them, see, look. You can't keep these temples, okay? But milk you buy in packets and pour, that is fine. It is fine. Kali Yuga, Kali Purusha is mimicking Satya Yuga and convincing everybody that Kali Yuga is over. It is a dangerous monster. Kali Purusha is a dangerous monster. In the fifth head of Brahma, I cannot be fooled. Kali Yuga is so dangerous that even the exceptional gurus are thinking that, okay, now Dharma is rising. The people who are embodying Hinduism are only coming into power and winning everywhere. That means Satya Yuga must be rising. No! The milk being offered to the Shivalinga is purchased in packets from foreign breed cows. Shiva Kshetras are unable to keep a bull. And the bull must mate to the cow, and that cow should give the milk that should be offered to the linga. Such a basic thing we have lost. Such a basic jnana we have lost. Kali Purusha convincing the great gurus also from the four paths, the gurus coming from the four heads. Vedic path, Kali Purusha has convinced them also, and they are saying, Satya Yuga is back. Arey nahi aaya bhai. It is Kali Yuga mimicking it. Breakdown, Vairagya should be so high that even if the greatest and most famous guru says something that yahan pe nahi hai, even he is being deluded. Kali Purusha is extremely dangerous. There is nothing more dangerous than Kali Purusha. And this ability to manipulate mind, take control of the algorithms, it is absolutely mandatory that we bring about the rise of the fifth head of Brahma. Otherwise, we cannot promote or take care of Dharma. It will get destroyed and it will be worse and worse. Today we take control so that 200 years later people will understand what is happening. Otherwise, it will be too bad. So I don't know, sort of completely went into a different zone altogether. What could be worse than mimicking Satya Yuga, right? Even convincing the gurus to say that Kali Yuga is finished. Now we are all enjoying. 5125 years only Kali Yuga. Yahan pe secret hai. Please listen to Krishna. He says it. He gives a very beautiful answer. Nama jab se you will survive. Why did Bhairava explode from podcast? Why? He's not going to be traditional, because traditionality may Kali Purusha has the adhikara. It is Brahma's design only. The yugas are as per the designs of Brahma. The final stage aa gaya. And Brahma's design has given the adhikara, and you cannot blame. It is the adhikara of Kali Purusha to do what is his dharma. Kali Purusha ka bhi dharma hai. वो भी बच्चा ही है. Brahma का माँ का ही बच्चा है, लेकिन she also gives Bhairava. Understand, I'm giving you now the fastest path. Cut from the four heads, forget the four heads, you have all come to 5 heads now, come. So, let's come back, try and come back to the subject. So, if you are a physical being with a lot of physical wishes ahead, you will still need to invoke a Manasi Guru, and a Manasi Guru is a full-fledged Guru for you. Please understand, Manasik hai to chota hai, small. That is also Kali Purusha talking to you. Manasi Guru you keep at the highest, because a Manasi Guru, if you find, now how do you choose a Manasi Guru? He should make sense to you. He should not tell you ki, wait. It should not be that the Manasi Guru tells you that you hold the mala like this and then you do it like this. That is not the information that the Manasi Guru should give you. That is not what you're looking at in the Manasi Guru. The Manasi Guru should give you meanings that Mahakumbh mein baithe hain jo, wearing the ochre robes, who's giving the pat to all of us. They are merely repeating what you already know. When they are already repeating what they already know, they are physically dressing themselves like this. One girl has gone and put the makeup of a sadhvi and she's very famous now. What is the answer? They are more or less same as you, even though you don't wear those robes. They're same, physical beings he hai. Then you listen to something that is coming out and making you think, Sri Krishna did that, then what does that mean? तो उसमें कुछ मीनिंग था. वो देवी has done that, then what does that mean? उसमें कुछ मीनिंग था. That level of thinking. So Manasik Guru will be bigger than your physical guru, because he's now a spiritual being. और आपको through all these broken down channels it is coming to you. Manasik Guru is not a smaller guru. He is as big as your physical guru, because नहीं है भाई. People are wearing the robes and walking around knowing nothing. Giving the packet milk to Devi, giving the packet milk to Mahadeva. Where is the bull? Where is the cow? Where is the adhikara to offer that milk? Right? It's no longer there. So, the physical being, find the worst case, at least ask your deity for a Manasik Guru, and the Manasik Guru hold at the same state as you would hold a physical Guru. उनके अंदर जो deity reside करते हैं, that deity which resides inside the Manasik Guru, that is your marker. And the more you visualize the Manasik Guru sitting in front of you and say Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, and then you start your sadhana, that is a marker. That second you're marked. ये यहाँ से आया है, that extremely sincere Guru उसका शिष्य है. Because Kali cannot easily take control of your ability to do dhyana. That second you visualize that Manasik Guru, whoever it is, should be reachable, understand. It should not be a physical being who has no way wherein you can even text him. If you're able to find the numbers, text kar lo. Emails bhejo. Aega, but visualization matters. Every avatara who had this exceptional birth, astrological birth, Sri Rama had five exalted planets. Everything, because Devi is in control and Avatara is an extremely powerful being who has done everything and gone, right? And then when the rebirth is happening, she will ensure that they are birthed in such a specific design that they'll be perfectly embodied. They'll have the ability to control a group. They'll have the ability to do the archery, warfare. It will be a perfect birth. But even then, they had a guru. So, physical guru milna na milna does not matter. That is why the algorithm Kali Purush ke andar, in the name itself Kali is there, right? So as the algorithms goes and all these men, young men and women are being forced to watch nudity and run after the opposite gender, run after small physical pleasure. So the more physical you end up, the lesser you will be spiritual. So that is a secret. So we had to break into these reels. So I'll put a separate video on what is the Kali Putra mission itself. In that physical body, you need to birth the spirituality. So who can take the deity itself as the guru? Number one, is there a physical urge for you to hear an answer? When I say that Panchali needed to have embodied 5 tattva, that is 5 husbands represent a woman being torn apart and has to keep 5 houses going. Office as a house. Yesterday's video. This esoteric meaning, if it is beginning to make sense to you, Bhairava by himself, that cosmic form that imagining cannot come and whisper in your ears. So he uses the guru to tell you that. If such esotericism is reaching to you and that is beginning to make sense to you, that means that you are not yet ready to keep the cosmic being as the guru, but you will do well by keeping a Manasik Guru who's making sense to you, not the robe color. Be very careful. 1 for 20,000 is the situation now. You will not run around for Diksha. Mujhe Diksha chahiye, mujhe Diksha chahiye. These are all designs of Kali Purusha and you are majorly trapped. Pretty screwed, if you ask me. If your urge is to find somebody who has to give you a Diksha. 3 years you simply do the Nama Japa and invoke a Manasik Guru, and finally when you are ready you might find a physical Guru also, or you might never need it. And Nimitta Shastra will open up to you at the tree, leaf falling. Like for example, okay, this is for actually I'll no. Probably I'll speak of this in the next video. The nimittas that showed up for the Kali Putra mission, physical nimittas that showed up. There is so much of talk that the Prakriti gives you once you have come to a state where now there is no longer a physical guru. Sri Rama did not have a physical guru. Ma Sita becomes the guru after he has learnt everything physically, from archery to the Vedas, everything he learned. Then Ma Sita becomes the physical guru and he follows her all the way till Lanka, kills Ravana because he has to rescue the guru. Right? So similarly, until you reach a state of that level, don't be in a delusional stage where you take somebody who cannot answer your questions physically as the guru. वो स्टेज आना है. Physicality है तो physical guru रखो, and manasic guru, treat that person as the guru. Does that mean you show only respects like this? No, tantra, in the path of in the tantric path, gurus and the chelas are all friends. It will not be pretentious like gurus. It's like the deity, he's unmoving, and they will all clean the floor as he walks. No, absolute friendship. But guru inside the guru, that deity resides, and that deity is what you're praying to, until that deity itself separates and says that now I am your guru, and you yourself are a guru to the physical beings. This is the path. This is what is going to happen as Kali Yuga progresses. We cannot kid ourselves and talk about all the ochre robes anymore. It is all not as effective. The saints, the saints, be it Thakur Ramakrishna Ji, Swami Vivekanand, Neem Karoli Baba, Bhama Kepa, they are also very much around. But wo bhi ab nahi hai physical body mein. They are also no longer in a physical body, and they will keep coming back. Saints will keep coming back as time progresses, and unka dharma yahi hai ki they have to come back. Shri Ramakrishna has come back. Swami Vivekananda has come back. Kali Putras, they will come back, because till the end of Kali Yuga, dharma ko establish karte rehna padta hai. Spirituality has to be renewed, because 1,000 years back, the spirit was sitting inside the very simple body of a Brahman guy, very sincerely worshipping the deities, sincere Vaishnava, sincere Shaiva. But today, the same spirit is sitting inside a body that is able to see 100 naked other gender reels in a second. Imagine 1,000 years back, if you had to see 100 naked opposite gender, it will take you at least 5 years, 10 years, man, even if you are the king. Right? But today, it will take you how many? Like 30 days? 10 days of reels? The same spirituality will not apply. 100 years back, jo book likha hai, ek saint ne, that will slowly become outdated, because the body, the Kali Purusha is very fast. It is like algorithmic maze. He's playing around with the physicality of your body, placing you into situations where you're exposed to all this in ways that 1,000 years back it was unimaginable. So you need to instill Devi in all these platforms. That is what is this Kaliputra mission, which we will talk about in another video. So please understand that if you're taking a saint also, please understand the saint is also back in a new body. They will also keep coming back every 500 years, every 200 years, because their messages also will get outdated, because that 300 years back when they said that her rose be at home at 4 o'clock. Aajkal to 4 o'clock even school kids are not allowed to leave. By the time the school kids, because both parents are working, the school kids have to sit in the school till they get the bus, and by the time they reach home it is 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. We're talking about 7-year-olds. Nowadays young men reach home by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the night, spending 12 hours, 13 hours in the office, where they have time to even light a lamp. Where is the deity being called into their houses? So what they wrote 200 years back, how effective is it? Today, if somebody truly wears these things, they will call them a dhongi, and the people are all, only because they sit in Mahakumbh, are called realized. Think. So spirituality is also being vastly renewed. What was relevant 300 years back will not be relevant now. It is only, that is why Sri Krishna is called an avatar. He is called the Parabrahma Rupam. He showed the Vishwa Rupam. It is not a realized sadhaka who becomes a deity. Sadhaka becoming a deity becomes a spokesperson of the deity. Sadhaka who becomes a tapasvi, Veerabhava deity, spokesperson, Ramakrishna Ji, Neem Karoli Baba. They will become the spokesperson for that specific era. They'll come back again and again and again. They will imbibe and embody Sri Krishna and talk again for him, relevant to that scenario. However, Sri Krishna by himself, he is an actual Parabrahma, Vishwarupam tha. Parabrahma Rupam of Devi. Parabrahma Rupam of Mahavishnu, who is none other than the son of Devi. Creation of Devi, right? So that is a different entity altogether. That voice should be heard till the end of Kali Yuga. He will empower the saints to keep on talking. However, the saints also will have to keep coming back into physical being. So, Guru le rahe ho and physical urges hai, to physical mein jo hai, talk to that Guru. Unko lo, because Devi will talk to him and put something in his head and he will talk. Relevant subjects that are relevant today. तुम्हें बॉस को हैंडल करना है, तुम्हारा शादी होना है. In 2055, you cannot get married like how you get married in 2025. It will be completely different. Everything will be changed. Will people even register marriages in 2055? I don't think so. So somebody who spoke 300 years back, who says that marriage is aisa karna hai, wife has to be like this, husband has to be like that, that person will have already come back in 2055 to give you the new ideas. So physically, if you are able to find relevance with a guru, hold them. Chodna nahi. And be absolutely sincere, like you're saying that saint in front of you, utna sincerely se deal karo. Lekin respect is not that you wipe the floor where he walks. Friend hi raho, baate karo, fun karo, enjoy karo spirituality ko. The spirit must enjoy and laugh out like attahasa. The spirit should laugh. ये ढोंगीपन नहीं कर रहा हूँ, एकदम be friend with your guru. However, hold, छोड़ना नहीं. One day will come when the deity says that now I am within you, you talk. Right? Manasi Guru also will sit in a corner and enjoy your talks. So I find people who talk about Divya Purushas who have just attained Samadhi and left their bodies, still embracing physicality, वहाँ पे problem हो जाता है, because they continuously imagine that they're talking to the saints, but they're not talking to that saints, they're talking to themselves only because they've not even come to that path yet. Physical guru, manasik guru who's having a physical body, milna hi kripa hai nowadays. Kripa nahi hai to nahi milega. Kali Purusha has put all designs there to not get that. So human guru is a marker. The moment you invoke that, the deity, the blind energy realizes that ye yahan se aaya hai ye banda, usko pakdo and places you in the asana. So if you find a guru who makes sense to you, who's answering your questions, hold on. Do not let go. It will take time. Lekin acceleration will be very fast because the deity recognizes this person. Deity is aware of this prana pratishtha murti, that is this body. If you're finding an exceptional guru who makes a lot of sense, the deity also knows the form in which he is there. This is the form of Ma Adhya Kali, right? She's no longer in these poses because that pose ka vigraham, she has said that throw me out, don't pray to me in that vigraham. She's already said that, but we still keep that. How much we don't think for a second. Why did she say that like this? I will not come in this Swami rope anymore. Now that hand is showed like this is holding the khadga, and the hand that showed like this is holding the trishula. She's not going back this time. We will not let her go back this time. I will not let her go back this time. I was there in Bengal when she had come back, and I was there when the vigraham also was given back to Ma Ganga because she was not okay. Now she's come to the Skanda Kshetra, the protector of temples. Anyway, we'll come back to that subject. So, Manasi Guru mila hai to pakad lo. Deity ko Guru banana hai to you would have majorly broken out all your physicalities. The physical presence of a person will not make sense to you. You will not even want to listen to podcasts. You will not even want to listen to this videos. Aisa state aayega. Only then the deity is the Guru. Until then, don't be in a rush. Karna hai, mujhe deity is the Guru. But can you tell me a mantra? That's not work. You're disrespecting the deity itself when you ask for a mantra after saying that the deity is a guru from a physical being. Physically, I'm here. You're telling me that Bhairava is a guru, but you're asking me the mantra. Think for a second. Bhairava is a guru, then Bhairava himself will guide you and give you a mantra. But at the same time, when your body is at a sleep state, one mantra comes into your mind, please be very careful. The deities give you mantra when you're awake. Eyes are wide open. Eyes are wide open, mantra should come. Not when you're sleeping. Mantra aa gaya, it is not the deity, it is something else. Be careful. Think about all this for a second. Don't blindly jump into something and start doing mantras that came in your dream when you're actually in deep sleep. It is some lower being that's giving you all these mantras because the lower being is not powerful enough to manipulate you when your eyes are open, so it gives you in your dream. Go and come to a state of shunyata. You will not need a dream for a mantra. When you're wide awake, so the deity will give you the mantra. Why are the deities with open, wide eyes? That is the answer. Realization is when eyes are still wide open and Prakriti itself becomes a full-fledged Nimitta Shastra and you're seeing everything in front of your eyes. That is realization that you don't have to be sleeping. Here dhyana is like with your eyes wide open, you should be able to see everything. Why a butterfly came like that? Why a bird sounded when I was saying this? Why the peacock cooed? Everything. We'll have to tell you answers to your question. So basically done for today. Manasi Guru hai to hold on. Don't let go of that Guru. Physical being ho to Manasi Guru ko 3 years hold karke rakho. Let the deity look at you for 3 years and then you might get detached and go. If the saint is no longer in physical body, they will also come back because spirituality has to be renewed in Kali Yuga. will not remain the same. Bhairava Kalike Namostute. Om Namo Bhairava Namo Namo.